the reason I'm so keen to review is I think this can become a blueprint for your success.
Yeah.
Like we always search for, how do I score 100?
Yeah.
Like what does my best innings look like? How do I play when I bat my best? And now that might not be your absolute best, but that was successful. That was 100 odd not out chasing. So there's a blueprint there that if we pull apart everything and we understand everything, or you understand as much as you possibly can, then and write it down and make sort of some notes on it, you can come back to that.
Yeah.
Because like this weekend, you're not going to remember everything from last weekend, but you can look through your notes and say, yeah, that's how I prepared.
Yeah.
In 2 months, you're not going to remember everything. And if you're horribly out of form or lacking runs in 2 months, you can go back to it, exactly. So the more you can pull out of that innings, the better. And I think the more, so it's about process, it's about mindset, it's about preparation, what did you do in the week, but also where did you score your runs, how did you play the spinners, like were you 10 off 40 balls, because then you know that gives you a foundation, like you know, okay, you took a risk early, you hit that one over mid-on, so you've got to take, like maybe you've got to take a risk early to break the shackles, and do you know what I mean? So the more that you can understand what you did, then the more consistent you can get to that performance, more consistently. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%.
So what have you done? What have you said? What have you?
Well, I kind of went through, like I started with like the week, so I didn't do too much differently. I got some bowling machine stuff that I probably didn't do in the previous weeks before. Like the stuff we did there, just practicing with my pickup. Like I probably hadn't done too much of that because I thought more technical focus, but it was good to go back and address that. And then the day before, like pretty simple, I guess literally probably got 3 overs of wings, and then on the Friday, and then a few underarms, and I felt like I needed a few sweeps because I hadn't practiced my sweep enough, so I just got like few like underarms, just like daily bars and stuff.
Yeah.
And I felt good going into the weekend, and I kind of just went with the approach of how am I going to score, like how am I going to get my runs. Where before I was more thinking, give myself a chance, and then like I know if I give myself a chance, I'm going to be able to score runs at the end. But like when I'm at my best, like I'm looking to be positive, and my feet move when I'm looking to score runs and be aggressive. And like a big thing for me is if I'm hitting to mid-off, mid-on and running, or if I'm dropping and running, like getting singles, then that gets me into my innings a lot. That gets me on strike.
And you did that well. You a couple of times hit the mid-off run. Yeah. Awesome.
Exactly. And I backed myself to get there. Like
Yeah.
And a few 2s, a few 3s, just running.
So that was a mindset shift from the first 2 games.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like, first 2 games I was kind of like, give myself a chance.
Just hang in.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I know I'll get the runs, but when I was actually being positive, because you know when people say like, it's a full one, you drive it, you sneak off, like, give yourself a chance. But like for me, like that's probably a scoring option.
Yeah, definitely. And
like,
looking to score, create, like you say, you get in better positions to leave and defend, and when you do get the ball to hit, you're going to hit it.
Exactly.
Whereas if you're an attacking player, and then your mindset is just to hang in, you get a half volley, and that's when you nick it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because you're not committed to it.
Yeah. And I think that's just that shift in mindset, because how am I going to score? And then like I knew like from watching them bat, it was going to be low debt. So cross, like pulling, cutting, low percentage. So I was just thinking anything full, like easy to drive, and that's what like went over the top a few times because it was a pretty high percentage shot for me. Like just extending the arms, like coming on low, so it's not going to pop up on me.
How were you feeling in between innings and when you're walking about? Were you tense, nervous, anxious, excited? Like when they finished their innings and you had that half an hour break. Obviously you went through your routine, you went and had a hit. But what was your approach like walking out to bat? Because it looked like you started with a bit of...
Yeah, I was.
You were a bit tense.
Yeah.
And as your innings, you got into your innings, and as you sort of got off the mark, and then as you got a few shots away, and especially after you got the one over the top, everything just relaxed a bit.
Yeah, I felt probably a bit just like, I had a few dot balls first up, and obviously first up you just want to get a strike. So I had a few dots building up, a bit like nervous.
Bit tense, yeah.
Just tense in there.
Yeah.
So that's something that I probably need to address, like going out.
Just keep working on, But now you're not searching for a score, so hopefully you'll be a bit more just go and play.
And then like if there are a few dots, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And I went out with like I've been talking about when the bowling's running and what am I thinking of? I was thinking like front shoulder the first 2 games, and that's like you said, probably like an internal like technical thing, and you don't want to be thinking about that when bowlers running in. So I went back to what I did last year, which was just like see ball, hit ball, which is like quite a attacking.
Yeah.
Like looking to
And
score.
external, see the ball. Yeah.
See ball, hit ball, looking to score, not there.
Yeah.
Looking to score there.
So that is gold.
Yeah.
You've distinguished that the first 2 games you had a survival mindset and you're thinking about your technique.
Yeah.
You're not going to perform your best under those conditions, mental conditions. And then the next game, you changed, you went more positive and you were being external, see the ball, hit the ball, see the ball.
Yeah.
Mate, that could be the whole difference.
And that's kind of what I'm going to go with now. And especially like in all my success in white ball, that's done really well. And then hopefully transferring that to red ball. So that's something I'm just going to keep going forward with.
Yeah.
And then, I just basically wrote that intent to score. And I really looked at where the fielders were. So they had a guy at mid wicket, like forward square, and he was left-handed. So like straight away, like I was kind of thinking, okay, attack, maybe I'll strike, hit it to the right of him, hard for him to pick up. Like it's little things like that.
Yeah. And again, that's external.
Yeah.
That's not worrying about your shoulder.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's like, okay, what's going on over there? Okay, yep, I can get a single there. You're thinking about where to score runs and how to score runs.
Yeah,
external. Rather than, okay, get my hands up early. Yeah. Big difference.
And how to move the game forward. And I just learned from their innings, like being low, like the deck being really low, so front foot's going to score most of your runs.
Yeah.
Against spinners, like if they drop short, don't go back and pull as much. It's more wait for it, go with it, or punch back down the ground.
Yep. So what is it that you did? This is the most important thing. Like, what is it that you did that is repeatable? What can we take out of that innings that's repeatable? I think the 2 mindset things we've just spoken about.
Agree, yeah.
Looking to score rather than survive.
Yeah.
And focusing on see ball, hit ball, not your front shoulder.
Yeah, I think
so that's where we've got to keep working on your reset. So you go reflect, relax, reset, and you go front shoulder.
Yeah.
Then you go see ball, hit ball, see ball, hit ball, see ball, hit ball. If you're still thinking front shoulder as the ball's ending at the ball, you've not refocused on the ball. You're in your internal stage. So you've got to keep practicing. After you relax, then you come back in and you reset, and that's where you go grip, feet, shoulder.
Yeah.
See ball, hit ball, see ball, hit ball. And you have a proper finish to the reset of your internal stuff, and it then transitions into the external stuff.
Yeah, and I think that comes from like when I've gone to square leg, I've come back in, put my back foot into the middle, then that's kind of when I'm like...
That's the reset. That's the, exactly.
And then I think the most important thing is trying to like catch your thoughts.
Yep.
So like catching, like say you want to go over the top, and you're like, oh, just hit one over the top. There's no need to take that extra risk or something like that. Just an example. Being able to catch your thoughts in that process.
So when would that happen? As your bowler's running in, or before that?
Yeah, just before. So be like, oh, he's up. Well, I could go. Oh, there's a ball to drinks. Is there a need? Like something like that.
Yeah. And then, but then
like
that's where I think if you say, okay, he's up. If it's in my zone, I can hit it.
Yeah.
Okay, back foot, grip, shoulder, see ball, hit ball, see ball, hit ball, see ball, hit ball. Then it's all instinct. It's not. I'm going to hit this, I'm going to hit this, I'm going to hit this. But if you are blank, okay, shoulder, I'm going to hit this over the top, you're premeditating, like you're allowing thoughts to come in. Whereas if you go see ball, hit ball, see ball, hit ball, sit, and you repeat it for 4 to 6 seconds, you're not really allowing other thoughts in that moment. Yes, you've had that thought 4 seconds or 8 seconds ago, but in that moment, you're not allowing other thoughts to come in because you're focused on the ball.
And I feel that's like a big thing against spin as well. Like I'm like, okay, I want to sweep this, and then if you're just thinking, and then you sweep and it's too full and it goes under you or it's too short. Yeah. So that's like having in the back of your mind, okay, he's forward square, like if it gets there I can sweep, thinking see ball, hit ball. Yeah. If it's there, I react.
Yeah. Excellent. So yeah, being aware of your thoughts is excellent, but if you've got a proper process you follow that you're consistent with, then at the moment when it counts, which is when the bowl's letting go of the ball, if you're just see ball, hit ball, and you've got plans, okay, if I know that if it's straight and I drop in there, I get a 1. Yeah. If it's short, I can run it down. If it's really full, I can hit him over. You've got plans, but in the moment, you're just reacting. Yeah. And that's sort of just behind your awareness, your conscious focus. It's not fully exactly, it's not right at the front, if that makes sense. Then you just still react.
And I had like a plan of how I wanted to bat, like batting first, batting second, and that was like for me as an opener, opening bowls, so that's my first goal. So like at the end of the opening bowls, that was like the first tick. Then when I've done that goal, then strength. Yeah. So basically going from 10 overs to 17 overs. And then like when I've had drinks, I reset what's the next goal. Yeah. That's get to 25 overs. and then 25 overs get to the next strings.
So
inside that,
Yep.
it's like me and Rosie just talked about like the whole time, just the next 10.
yeah.
So we literally just said, okay, get to 20,
Yep.
get to 30.
So why do you personally need that other one then? Because
Yeah.
for me, like, get to through the opening bowlers, get to drinks, get to... Because
Yeah.
when you say that, to me, that's more of a
It's
survival
defensive. Yeah, that's it,
mindset. Like, I've got to be here and survive,
Mm.
which will mean it goes against you playing with freedom and looking to score.
Yeah.
So if you say, my only goal is to get to the next lot of 10 with the batter at the other end, whether that's Wellesley, Sean, whoever you're batting with,
Yeah.
that's what drives you. And Sean said last night that you were proper in the zone. He said that he went out there and was like, okay, and you were like, come on, 210.
Yeah.
210, let's go 210. And we were
Yeah.
7 runs away from winning and you were 5 runs away from your 100, but all you focused on was 210, the next
Yeah.
10. So that, I think, rather than confusing it with, okay, I've got to get through the openers, I've got to get that, that's like a bit of survival mentality, which you said you tried the first 2 weeks, didn't work.
Yeah.
So, because if you're looking to score, let's just get the next 10. Let's get the next 10 runs. How can we add 10 to the team?
Yeah.
How do we add 10 to the team? And then you can take that into any form of cricket, whether it's 2020 or 5-day cricket,
Yeah.
90 over for Perth or 4-day for WA or 5-day Test cricket.
Yeah.
You can take that mentality. Come on, let's just get the next 10.
Yeah.
Let's get the next 10, and that's a positive way for you to bat.
Yeah. And
You're
shows
looking
that
to
you
score.
can
Yeah, because if you're focused and in the moment, like your attention's on the right thing, and you're looking to score, you're gonna survive the opening bowlers. You're gonna be there at drinks.
Yeah.
You're gonna be making good decisions, and you're gonna be getting in good positions.
Yeah.
But if you're having that, okay, I've got to be here at drinks, that's gonna hold you back.
Well, yeah. That's kind of when I was batting, the only time I thought, like I was just thinking about, like you said, get to the next 10, get to the next 10. The only time that I was thinking about, okay, get to drinks, get to 25, was say I probably played a shot that wasn't, say I tried to go to the top and I missed it.
It brought you back a bit, yeah.
That's when
Yeah, okay.
So I think it was like,
Yeah, okay.
I think if
That's
I had
good.
that at the forefront, the next get to the 10.
Yeah, and that sits.
And then
Yeah.
like a very back.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not thinking about
That's
it
fair.
much.
That's fair.
So I've got like, it's more like an 80-20.
Yeah.
So like, all like I'm looking to score,
Yeah.
but little back, yeah.
You can just rein yourself in a bit when you need to.
Or
Yep, that's
sometimes
cool.
I don't need to, it's just
That's
about-
cool. Yeah, good idea. Good idea.
And we talked lots about centuries, like being my goal at the start of the season, and like when you're like I heard someone say in pre-season, like you can turn an okay innings into a good innings, and then you can turn a good innings into a great innings. Like so you can go from 30 to getting 30 to getting 50, then from 50 to getting 70, 70 to getting 100, and it can all just be done in those like little steps. Because I didn't feel like I was batting that well, to be honest.
Well, you didn't go out and blaze them. You played and missed a few early.
Exactly,
You were a
yeah.
bit scratchy.
I
You
kinda-
could tell you were nervous.
Yeah,
But the beautiful thing you did is you hung in there.
yeah, exactly.
You had a tiny slice, had a bit of luck where the mid on, mid off could have caught you and didn't.
Yeah,
But you need a bit of luck, and then you made them pay.
Yeah.
Then you made them pay, and your mindset was the best thing on the days, that you were smart about how you went about it. You managed your risk,
yeah,
and the fact that you were there allowed you to get a few bad balls later in your innings. You got that leg, he bowled well, but then he bowled a few bad balls that you were able to pump. But if you were in the sheds, you don't get those balls.
no, yeah,
So the fact that you just hung in there was amazing, and then you can cash in later.
yeah,
And I think that was such one of the best things about your innings. It wasn't the most fluent.
no, yeah.
It wasn't like you walked out and pumped cover drives on the up
Oh,
first
well,
ball. Yeah. But you absorbed the pressure early. You took a risk. You were pretty courageous to hit him over his head, because you could have clothed that, got out for 7, 10, 15, whatever you're on.
Yeah,
Walked off, looked silly, another 3 score that you like 3 innings not getting run. So it took
Yeah.
courage for you to play that shot.
yeah,
That then allowed you to relax a bit, expand, and then you built, like you say, from an okay start to a good middle
yeah,
to an excellent last 50 runs.
exactly, yeah.
And if you don't get through the okay phase, you can't get to the good and the excellent.
Yeah, and it's just working through those phases. And like, I remember someone saying, like Bo says it a lot, like Cameron Williamson very early, they go like duck 5, 150, then they could go like 5, 150, like it's
Yeah, yeah.
the average is 1 every 3 innings.
Yeah.
So it's just still, like I still had the confidence. I felt like I hit him better in the first 2 games. Felt so good in the first game, it just got out. And like in that game, I didn't feel as good until later in my innings. And that's just the way
And that's a good lesson, that sometimes hitting them good or feeling good is not a good thing.
Yeah, no,
Like you
yeah,
feel good, but then you play the wrong ball.
exactly.
Or you actually nick it because you're feeling good, you get in a better position, you nick it, whereas on a day you're not feeling great, you miss it.
Yeah,
Like, So that's a good lesson, that some days you're not feeling great. They're actually the days you might do your best.
And those are the days where I want to like make sure that I can still get runs. Like I want to get runs when I'm not batting my best. Because then when I'm batting better, you think you should get more runs. So then that kind of, say I get out for 30 then. Like you've gone 5, 30.
Yeah, exactly.
Like and everyone's like, oh, 5, 5, 100, oh, okay, so
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
it's a big difference.
Yeah.
And not out too is huge. Now your average is over 50.
Yeah. Like, if you get out, like, it's a lot lower, right?
Yeah, exactly. Huge difference. Difference. So the fact that you can see it through is massive. I think the final thing that I want to touch on is your game plan against spin. I thought was excellent.
Yeah.
Especially Hinchy, and I was sitting there going, right, he's going to lap.
I talked to the boys about that.
So he's going to lap sweep. Okay, I said, I reckon he'll lap again. And then over there, I said he's going to reverse. Like exactly what we worked on Wednesday. Exactly what we worked on Wednesday, where you were literally, hey chum, where you were executing your plan. Like you were hitting when the field wasn't.
He was bowling pretty quick, and he wasn't spinning it. So it was like pretty high percentage. If I miss, it's mis-execution, which is my fault.
Exactly.
But the decision was right, and pretty high.
And when you can do that and that, I was saying to Jolie's dad, they either have to give him that 45 and give him 2. They have to, or they give him the reverse and give him 4. Or they bring deep backwards square round, and then you've got a hard sweep for 4. Or they lose mid wicket, and you get 1s and 2s in the mid wicket. And it's just the fact that you went bang, bang, swap, bang.
And I think they went, what do they have, a 45, maybe a deep square, mid wicket, and a mid on. And then they had no one behind point, so it was easy. I went once there, then they moved someone, maybe another cover to like a short third man, and then if I could go over the top, mid off. If I missed.
Well, you've got heaps of options, and you've got so many options. So just being able to do that and that means you can play the game on your terms.
And I couldn't do it without the more because he's too slow.
Yeah, exactly. So you could just sit back and milk him. You played him really well. So I think your game against your plan and your execution against spin was excellent, and I really enjoyed watching that. I was commentating, going, yep, and then the boys going, that must feel good. I was like, yeah, that's awesome. We said we worked on that on Wednesday. So and I remember saying to you Wednesday, why aren't you practicing your lap sweep?
Yeah, I know.
I said it's a fucking strength of yours. And then I'd seen you play it well in the World Cup. Buck had told me about one of your strengths when you weren't before. You weren't hard sweeping that well, but you could lap. Practice it, bang, bring it out in the game. So if you can go lap, hard behind, hard in front, slog, lap that way and hard that way, you become impossible to bowl to. Because there's not enough fielders.
And I saw I played one reverse against a leggy and I missed it. And then they were talking for a couple of minutes. I didn't even hit it.
But it makes the bowler shit themselves. Exactly. Makes the bowler shit themselves. So keep nailing those. You didn't need to run down that much. You sat back. I think hitting off the back foot and sweeping makes you so hard to bowl to. So my big thing is, that's your blueprint. And think about, what did you do go even deeper into that. Like tonight or whenever you get time, go even deeper. What did you do the night before? What did you do the morning? You don't have to share that with me now. We'll hit some balls. What did you do the morning of? What did your morning look like? But most importantly, it's what was going on up here when you walked out to bat and when you're facing up. That's the key. And that's the look in a score, batting in blocks of 10, and see ball, hit ball, not front shoulder. I think they're the gems out of the whole thing is, and then understanding that if you just hang in, like you're looking to score, first over, it was like forward defence, cover drive to cover, forward defence, you hit some good shots, but so you're looking to score, but you didn't score, none off 6. That's okay. Like your intent's there, your mindset's right, but you just didn't execute into the gap. And they bowled okay. So there's no dramas if you're 2 off 10 balls or 5 off 20 balls, but if you're still looking to score and you're not 5 off 20 because you're being negative, exactly. Awesome. So I think, that's your blueprint. That's what you can keep coming back to. And that's how you want to go about it in any form of cricket. Because you didn't take high risk. It wasn't like you blasted it and that's not going to be sustainable in red ball. So that is your blueprint, how you go about it for red ball as well, any format of cricket.
I agree.
Yeah? Good. Should we hit some balls?
Yeah.